Juggalos in recovery. Juggalos in recovery. Juggalos in recovery.
All right. So today we are doing the song Crystal Ball. And what the topic is for the day is the importance of creative expression. So it, the Crystal Ball song is a great example of the importance of creative expression and its significance in our lives. The lyrics of the song invite the curious brothers and sisters to look into the crystal ball, which symbolizes kind of the power of creative expression and imagination. The crystal ball in this context represents the idea of what creative expression can be and how it assists individuals in delving into their future of creating a vision of what they want to achieve. The song emphasizes the importance of taking control of one's own destiny and shaping it with creative expression. The lyrics state that that life is a test to clear, and the only way to pass this test is by having a heart and being sincere. This implies that creative expression allows individuals to express their heart and soul, which in turn helps shape their future. The song stresses the notion that we control our own destiny, and it's up to us to make the right choices to achieve our goals. So, the lyrics of the song suggest that creative expression can help us see beyond the present and visualize our own future. It touches on the idea of creative expression. It's not just about expressing oneself, but also about seeing the world differently and envisioning a future that is not limited by the present circumstances. The crystal ball represents the power of creative expression in the way that it's to help inspire people to think outside the box and kind of create their own future, their own vision of what they want to see as their next adventure. So the crystal ball reflects on the significance of that expression in our own lives, particularly in maintaining that positive outlook towards life. The lyrics encourage individuals to embrace their creative flow and allow it to take them towards their desired destination. As the lyrics say, look at my crystal ball, it's all right, lay back, evolve, and it'll be all right. So when you think about that part of the lyrics, it's not saying that it's going to be the fast-paced journey that everybody expects it to be. Sometimes you have to take that back seat and just kind of keep pushing forward with this idea of what it is that you want in your life. And a lot of the times, the only way to get there is by really kind of changing how we see ourselves, how we see our surroundings. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to push for the creative expression. So, not just inside of sobriety, but outside of it as well. It's important to maintain an individual idea of what oneself is. Because when you start trying to shape yourself into everybody else around you, you kind of lose that motivation to be you. When you start pretending to be everybody that's around you, because that's the only expression that you recognize, you no longer have that same drive that you had as a younger person. Like teenagers, all about all the free expression, all about making them who they want to be. And that kind of drives how they shape their future. So the song highlights the role of creative expression in shaping destiny. It urges individuals to take control of their own future, as they are the ones who control their own destiny. The lyrics also suggest that life is a test, and the only way to clear that test is by being sincere and having a heart. It implies that creative expression is a way to express one's heart and soul and in turn shape their future. You control your own motherfucking destiny. You're not going to let the devil get the best of me. I'm going to make it to Shangri-La, Golden Walls. What's up with you? Check your own crystal balls. And in that way, it's also kind of pushing other people to take a look at the people that are moving forward in their lives, people that you look up to that are doing better than you. Maybe that's a way for you to look back at yourself and see what you're lacking in having that same motivation as the next person. Now, the song also sheds light on the social issues that are prevalent in society, such as drug abuse, criminal activities. The lyrics suggest that such behaviors stem from a lack of creative expression and a disconnection from one's true self. Lyrics state, looking in my crystal ball, I'm seeing thugs both catching and firing slugs. The song urges individuals to check themselves and their actions to avoid being judgmental towards others. The lyrics imply creative expression can help individuals alleviate their stress and worries and embrace a more relaxed and positive attitudes towards life, and in turn, avoid such destructive behaviors. You know, but the part of that song that is kind of overlooked by a lot of people as far as what we're talking about inside of creative expression is what that is on our everyday life. So yes, we're going to check ourselves, we're going to try to shape our future, but what can you do in your everyday life to kind of keep that creative spirit alive? So creative expression is prevalent in our everyday lives in ways that most of us will never recognize. So we got painting, we got writing, we got singing, dancing, playing an instrument, or even cooking. Those are all like normal things where you can get mad creative and you don't even have to think about it too hard. Those activities allow us to express ourselves in a unique way and tap into our creative sides. It's an important outlet for our emotions and ideas that may be difficult to express in words. Creative expression is also evident in the way that we dress, the way we style our hair, or even the way we decorate our homes. These are all super creative things that seem just so incredibly mundane. But especially when you're looking in like the Juggalo world, for example, we're all weird as shit. We're all about making ourselves as weird as possible. And because of that, we've got that creative expression that most people will not recognize. So then we've got our other like more weird ones like social media platforms. I'm sure there's mad people out there that do the weird fucking TikTok dance things. That's creative as shit. That ain't me, but if that's what keeps you going, keeps you creative to help you move towards something more interesting, go for it. Now, most of us don't use those platforms, but if you do, dope. Have fun with it. You got to do what you do. Expression is also present in our workplace. If you have a job, you got to get creative to find solutions to things sometimes. Making your brain do weird creative things is still something being creative. It's a benefit in the end. The ability to think creatively is valuable in our fast-paced world, especially when you're dealing in like, everybody's cookie cutter box office thing. You got to get creative sometimes to make your job a little easier. But in the end, the whole point of this was that the creative expression that we have, whether sober or not, whether looking through this for help or not, is something that we all kind of need to focus on. I personally wouldn't have been able to make it through sobriety the way that I did if I didn't have a creative mind. I had to think well outside the box because I didn't have access to resources like AA or NA when I got sober. I had to be creative with it and make it work in my own way. And if that's why you're here, is to get creative with your own sobriety, dope. If you're just here to listen to me talk about bullshit and maybe help your mental health, that's also dope. But you got to get creative with it in the end. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking shit and open it up to the room and see if anybody has anything to say. Nobody's got anything to say with that one?